challenge of maintaining the effort and intensity, especially on defense during game 2. But in particular, I want to ask about Jason Castro. His role and impact in the game, coming off the bench, the way he stabilizes and facilitates the first quarter. If you ask the coach, that's when he started coming back and led, and eventually he led all the way already. So just what Jason brings to the table at this point of his career.
First of all, the reason Jason can play at this level was because of the great game of his teammates, Ray and the other guards, even Ryan Rivera, in the LAMs and even in the playoffs, we were able to preserve Jason. If you remember, in the semis, we sat him 1 or 2 games, right? Because we really wanted to save him for the finals. And the reason he's playing at that level now was because he's relatively fresh. So we all know what he can bring to the table, and he's just showing us his value as our lead guard coming off the bench, leading that second unit. That's very important.
Thank you, Coach. Now, Rondae, let's talk about your minutes. 48 minutes, you played the entire game, and it's not like you try to find a rest in between possessions or during possessions. You play at such a high level, both ways, offense and defense. How do you manage to put up such a performance?
I was blessed. I got to give credit to God. At the end of the day, to be able to compete at a high level, and sustain it for a long time. I was blessed. And then it also comes with the workout, putting in that extra work, doing cardio, not being afraid to do the cardio on your off seasons, running, not touching the basketball, so workouts. I think that goes a long way. Chot is big on getting in shape. So I know I can't come into the season touching my reps. So when I come here, I just have to be ready. He'll tell you, I'm the first to be like, I don't want to come out. So he supports it, so it works.
Pag nilalabas ko siya, sinisigaw naman. Is that when they get you out of the
We're now ready to entertain questions from the media.
Congratulations on getting me to America, 37 points and 6 points. Career high, shooting was very good. How did you work on it?
Because it was basically shifting the mindset because I don't know if you guys watch, but in the Asian games, they forced me to shoot a lot of threes, and they beat us for the gold medal. And we talked about that, and I just shifted my mindset. I knew that was going to be the game plan, and they were willing to live with that the whole game. I guess they thought that it was a fluke or it wouldn't happen, but I'm a professional player. I work on it every day, and I believe in it. My teammates, the coaches, they believe in me. They tell me to shoot. So.
What's good? 43 pointers. So far, the game is not consistent outside shot, especially crucial stretches on the team.
Yeah, that's our game. We take what are the opportunities in front of us. If they play us a certain way, then we're going to take the penetration and we're going to drive. If they cover that, then we make sure that we get the next best open shot. So credit to the players. They really are very patient in moving the ball and finding the open man. Of those 3-pointers, very few of them were on transition or first pass. Most of them were within the flow of the offense, and just making sure that they are working patiently and finding the best open shot. There's really no secret to our game. It's just the willingness of our players to move the ball, and the most important thing is their selflessness. I think with the style of play that we play, it really boils down to your willingness to pass the ball, and that testament to the selflessness. Well, Glenn has been showing that all throughout, albeit sometimes he can be inconsistent with it. But like Rondae said, we talked about it as a team, and we said that these are the shots they're going to give you. If you recall in the first game, I think it was Koi, right? Had 2 3-point shots or big. So these are the shots that they give us, the defense of Ginebra gives us, and we just step up and capitalize. So we study what they want to do on defense, and we just make sure that we have the counters. And in the end, when the situation calls for it, everyone is ready to pull the trigger. And everyone on our team knows if they're open, they're balanced, they can let it fly.
Coach, there was, I think, one instance, I don't recall it was in the third quarter, in the second quarter, when Ginebra was on the back, and everybody was expecting him to call a timeout. He didn't call one. It's not something that's on the players have to.
I always tell my players, if you dig a hole for yourselves, make sure you know how to dig yourselves out of that hole. So I said, you put yourselves in that hole, figure it out, solve the problem. So when they were telling me if they were going to call it time, I said, go, play on, play on, play on. And they did play on. And we went on a counter run to go back up by 1, and they ended up calling that time. So it's just the things that we talk about and we do as a team. We like to do different things. So that was one of those things. When the players are messing up, then I tell them that you gotta clean up your own mess.
Rondae, just to follow up on that question, what are your thoughts having a coach who would let the players figure it out themselves, and how did that, what was that like?
It was an experience. It was funny because I was just watching Kobe. It was Kobe interview. It was like this last week. He was talking about how Phil Jackson allows it. He sits back and allows his players to figure it out. And then that's why I laughed. We didn't know after they called timeout. So I even looked at Chot like, we should call it timeout. And he was like, no, we know I know. He said something similar. And I said,
Something back to base, that's something.
I think that's phenomenal. At the end of the day, we're all adults and grown, so understanding in some situations how to play basketball and details of it and how to just be focused and just calm down. We do a lot of breathing, a lot of meditation, and I think in those moments it shows our character, it shows our beliefs, and he's big on that, and he instilled this in guys. And you see it. So we appreciate him and all he brings to the table.
Coach, I think the finals, for example, on the 9 points, and the finals you can actually better 86 point up, 84 and 88, so 86 points for the Ginebra. The first thing you mentioned that you focused on taking away the 3-point shot and the shot for 21. This game shot a little better set up. What was the particular focus for this game in terms of your defensive strategy?
It's first of all the attention to detail, just the focus on. I think a lot of it has to do with where our attention is, and our attention really is on our defense. So that was our focus, just knowing what Ginebra wants to do and trying our best to stop them and make them work for it. I mean, you cannot stop Justin Brown, he's such a great player, but at least make it difficult for him, make him work for it, make him work for it. Same with Scotty, same with Japet, Rondae. These are all very good, Stephen Hall, these are all very good players. So we know we cannot stop them, but at least find ways to make it difficult. So I think that's just our mentality, not only in these finals, but all throughout the series, just to try our best and make it difficult for the other team. And like I said, the players are buying into it, they're committed to it. But it starts with where our attention is. Our attention really is on playing defense.
Last time you won consecutive games in the finals was the 2020 takeovers that we won 3 straight games against Ginebra. So how do you like your chances now that you won back-to-back games against Ginebra?
I forgot that already, and that's not in my mind at all. For me right now, all our focus against waiting of attention is going to be on game 3. We're going to go back and watch film tomorrow, and then we're going to try and figure out what they're going to do. Because you saw how they started today. They started off really hot, and it's going to be even harder on game 3, and we just have to be ready. So we're not thinking about that. Our only focus now is the next game.
And that concludes our post-game press conference. Thank
you.
you, gentlemen.